Slime Time in St. Louis. Don't scroll, don't scroll. Today I'm going to pay homage to a man named Lin-Manuel Miranda. Why would I, a school teacher from St. Louis, want to pay homage to a Broadway producer, writer, and star, Lin-Manuel Miranda? Well, did you know before he was a Broadway producer, writer, and star, he was a substitute school teacher. And today I have my first training to be a substitute school teacher after retiring as a regular school teacher. That's right. So we're going to talk about Lin-Manuel a little bit today. First, I got to get glue on the table, and then I have to start activating it. Before I start activating it, I want to put in some shaving cream because it's going to be a fluffy slime. And then I'm going to add in some scent. I'm going to make it smell good. I think I'm going to go with cotton candy. Really? Cotton candy? Oh, no, bubble gum. Bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. I like bubble gum. Yes, I do. I like bubble gum. How about you? Yeah, see, I'm not going to get into the Broadway stuff because I don't write the songs he writes. That's right. First, I got to get some activator in it. Why don't I have color? Because I'm going to use some color here. Hey, today is July 11th. Did you know July 11th is a special day? Yes, July 11th is National Cheer Up a Lonely Person Day. That's right. Today, National Cheer Up a Lonely Person Day is your opportunity to find someone who's lonely and help cheer them up. And if you're lonely, work to cheer yourself up. How can you cheer yourself up? Why don't you run to your local 7-Eleven? That's right. Today is 7-Eleven Day or Slurpee Day. Yes, it is. It is July 11th, and July 11th is Slurpee Day. And nothing can cheer a person up like a big old batch of Slurpee. Wow, look at that. I've added the activator. I've added the shaving cream. I'm mixing it all together. And look at that slime we're getting. It's like a giant cloud. A big old fluffy cloud. That'll cheer anybody up. A giant fluffy cloud. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. So, other than being Slurpee Day and 7-Eleven Day, did you know it's also Blueberry Muffin Day? That'll cheer a person up. If you give a person some Slurpee from 7-Eleven and blueberry muffins, boom, they're going to be cheered up. And in 1914, did you know Babe Ruth on July 11th signed his first major league contract and he debuted with the Cincinnati Reds? Babe Ruth. So there's another thing you could do. You could give somebody a Babe Ruth candy bar, a Slurpee, some blueberry muffins, all good things for cheering people up. So today is National Cheer Up a Lonely Person Day. If you want to cheer up this lonely person, all you have to do is leave a comment. Yes, leave me a comment. Oh, that would cheer me up. Repost the videos. I've been noticing nobody wants to repost videos anymore. I'm getting some of my videos, they're getting 1 and 2 reposts. Oh, please, please cheer me up by reposting my video. That would go a long way, yeah. Now, July 11th is also another important day. It has to do with Alexander Hamilton. That's right, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Alexander Hamilton. Today was not the day the play was made. It's not Alexander Hamilton's birthday. Today is the day Aaron Burr shot Alexander Hamilton during their famous duel. Hamilton did not die today. He actually died on July 12th, way back when. But today was the day Aaron Burr shot Alexander Hamilton. We've got to get some more activator into this. Now, Alexander Hamilton was a really important figure in American history, and a lot of people know that he was the first Secretary of the Treasury. He really set up the money system in the United States, but he did a lot more. He was actually an immigrant. That's right. Alexander Hamilton was an immigrant to the United States of America. By today's standard, the ICE agents would be chasing him down and trying to kick him out of the country. If Alexander Hamilton were in America today, there would be people trying to throw him out. Throw him out. That's disgusting. We are a nation full of immigrants, and the concept that we're radically trying to throw so many people out of this country, even when they haven't done anything wrong, not a good thing. Alexander Hamilton, immigrant from the Caribbean, would have been kicked out of our country. Now, during the Revolutionary War, he fought in the Revolutionary War. He served side by side with George Washington as George Washington's aide-de-camp. He is basically his personal aide. When Washington needed to get messages really sent, he made sure Hamilton got it done. Now, we're going to make this blue by adding some blue soft modeling clay to it. Now, you could use paints and other things, but when you have modeling clay, you can add that and get a light blue color, and it gives it a little buttery texture. Look how fluffy that is, and I'm slowly starting to incorporate the blue into it. Oh, I have a paper over here that has more information about Hamilton, but I gotta turn the page. This is the way you turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. This is the way you turn the page so early in the morning. Now, as the Constitution was being written, Alexander Hamilton was an advocate for a strong central government. and he was a strong supporter of the Constitution. As a matter of fact, there were these papers being written at the time trying to explain why we needed a strong central government and supporting the Constitution, called the Federalist Papers. Alexander Hamilton was one of the co-authors of the Federalist Papers. Now, the reason the Federalist Papers are important is anyone who studies American history knows that the Federalist Papers give the justification for the Constitution, and they explain the purpose of the Constitution. And even today, all these years later, when there's questions about what was meant when the Constitution was created, as laws are being created, judges look at the Federalist Paper to try to understand the meaning of the Founding Fathers. And Alexander Hamilton, having took part in writing those papers, is considered one of the Founding Fathers of the United States of America. Yep. Now, a lot of people don't know, even though he did all this, did you know Alexander Hamilton started the Coast Guard? The Coast Guard. He was for creating a Navy that stayed here at home and took care of issues here at home, protected people here at home. So he's fought to start what has turned into the United States Coast Guard. Blue water Coast Guard. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Yes, so Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote an amazing play about Alexander Hamilton because he did so much. But even in that play, Lin-Manuel Miranda could not put all the amazing details about our founding father, Alexander Hamilton. Now, Alexander Hamilton was killed in a duel. Aaron Burr felt he was getting in his way politically for years. And then at one point, he just had enough of Hamilton's interference. So he challenged him to a duel. The trouble is, where they had the duel, it was illegal to have duels. And when Aaron Burr shot Hamilton, Hamilton died the next day, and Aaron Burr was wanted for murder. But at the same time, he was the Vice President of the United States. That's right. Dick Cheney was not the only Vice President of the United States to shoot somebody. So he was in some trouble, but he never ended up being prosecuted for shooting Hamilton. He did, however, head west in the United States. And while he was out west, he did some things that got him charged for treason. He was charged for treason in the United States of America, but when he was put on trial, he was acquitted, found not guilty. Yes, he was. He lived to the age of 80. He was a lawyer. He was working, but he wasn't very popular as a lawyer. And eventually, when he was 80 and he was pretty much destitute and poor, Aaron Burr died. That's right. So, today, Alexander Hamilton was shot by Aaron Burr many, many years ago. Now, that might not be such a cheery thought, but today is National Try to Cheer Up a Lonely Person Day. You can do that by getting them a Babe Ruth candy bar, because today is Babe Ruth Day, the day he entered the National League. You can take them to 7-Eleven and get them a Slurpee. After I'm done making the slime, I do believe I'm going to head down the street to my 7-Eleven to get an ice cold Slurpee, because it's supposed to be 95 degrees here in St. Louis. I like the best idea of it being a Slurpee day. But in the meantime, this is a bubblegum scented big blue slime to celebrate all the things that are July 11th. Lin-Manuel Miranda, thank you for Hamilton. Love the show. Thank you for being a substitute teacher. You made a comment like in one of your videos I saw, you made a comment that said that you had to hope that teachers at your old school got sick 5 days a month so you could make your rent. I got to tell you what, substitute teachers over the past 32 years have been lifesavers for me. And I don't know if you realize it, but when you were doing that, when you were helping those teachers by being a substitute teacher, you were providing an essential service. Because as a teacher who's had some health problems, I relied so heavily on my substitute teachers to help me through those difficult times. So cheers to you. I'm going to start doing that now that I've retired as a regular teacher, helping other teachers get through their difficult times. Bye.